Hey you! You're watching a clip from the DynamiteGizmo Podcast. This is not the full episode, but if you want to see the full episode, make sure to click the link in the description. And remember, like, comment, subscribe. Do it now! Here's the clip. But who I am going to put money on... Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. I mean, the UFC embedded videos are just... They know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, right? We got Mackenzie Dern versus Jandiroba this weekend. Virna Jandiroba. And it's a tough one to call. Mackenzie Dern has beat Jandiroba. Way back when? When did she beat her? Back in 2020. Mackenzie Dern was on a 4 fight win streak, and her third fight in that 4 fight win streak was Jandiroba, and she won by decision. So it's not a stretch to say that she could win again this weekend, but Jandiroba is currently on a 5 fight win streak, and she's pretty good. She's only had 3 losses in the UFC, and one of them was Mackenzie Dern, though. But it's like, do we want if you had the choice, to have either this woman or this woman be the women's strawweight title holder of the UFC, who are you going to choose? Okay? Remember, this is Mackenzie Dern. All right? This is Mackenzie Dern or Jandiroba. Right? Jandiroba, Mackenzie Dern, Jandiroba, Mackenzie Dern. I mean, which one are you choosing? Which one would you rather have? I'm just saying, which one would you rather have? But let's just talk about what's going on with this title fight. Okay? Now, currently, nobody owns the women's strawweight title. Zhang Weili had it, but she has since vacated it, and she's moving up to flyweight to fight Valentina Shevchenko. So that's going to be a sick-ass fight, for real. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the vacant strawweight, women's strawweight title. Well, there isn't a men's strawweight title. There's only a women's strawweight title. You know, just like we talked about with Tom Aspinall and John Jones. John Jones had to vacate temporarily. Or not temporarily. Well, yeah, temporarily. But that, you know. So we're seeing another vacated title match here. All right? Zhang Weili vacated, moved up to flyweight to fight Shevchenko. They're both fucking monsters in the UFC. They're both, but we will get to them when we come to them, but we're not there yet. What else do I have to say? I think I've gone over everything already. Yeah. I already went over everything. God damn it. Okay, so some other things we should mention here. Let me just pull this up. God damn it, I went over everything. There's nothing else to go over, dude. Uggo versus Beauty. Whoops, did I slip that out? I didn't mean to say that. Mackenzie Dern is coming off a win Actually, she's on a 2-fight win streak in the UFC. She has a win over Loopy, and she has a win over Amanda Ribas. Now, as we know, Virna Jandiroba only has 3 losses on her record. One of those losses is to Mackenzie Dern. Another one of those losses is to Carla Esparza, who has since retired. But her other loss is to Amanda Ribas, who Mackenzie Dern had just won against. Mackenzie Dern just beat Amanda Ribas back in January in round 3 with an armbar and earned herself a Performance of the Night bonus. So not only has Mackenzie Dern beat Virna Jandiroba herself, Mackenzie Dern also beat Amanda Ribas, who Virna Jandiroba couldn't get past. And Virna only has 3 losses on her record. So that's a huge factor to consider when we look at Mackenzie versus Virna. But when you actually look at their fight records together, you look at Mackenzie Dern's sheet and you're like, oh, she's got a good chunk of losses altogether here. Now, yes, Mackenzie Dern did lose to Amanda Ribas way back in 2019, but she turned it around and figured her out. But then you look at Virna and you're like, oh, her record's much more cleaner, lots more wins. So again, this is great matchmaking, tough choice. But it's not only that we want Mackenzie Dern to win because she's hot. Yeah, actually, that's the only reason. No, I'm just kidding. She's actually good. And I would love to see her win. She's also much younger. She's only 32. Okay, Virna is 37. She's getting up there in age. All right? How much longer does she have left on this planet? She's an old woman. She might not last forever. How much longer does she have? I don't even know. And we've seen turnarounds before. And we've seen turnarounds recently. Okay, when you look at Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier beat Max Holloway in Max's debut. And they had a rematch, and Dustin Poirier won again. And then they just recently had another rematch. And this time Max won. So if they're copying, if Mackenzie and Jandiroba are going to copy Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier, let's make it an exact replica. Huh? Let's let this second fight come to a win by Mackenzie Dern. Okay? And if they fight down the road, maybe Virna can win that one. But for right now, let's let Mackenzie Dern win. Okay? So we can continue to see that wonderful sight. Every UFC embedded, we could just see this lovely sight. Oh, it's nice, isn't it? It's really nice. The camera guys really knew what they were doing. And maybe someday down the line, we'll get this. Wouldn't that be nice? I don't know.
Tap here to watch the full episode of the Dynamite Gizmo podcast.